Hey everybody out there in YouTube land and fragrance land, welcome back to my channel, Stephen Sturgill, as I present reviews of hopefully delicious scents, but some of them obviously will not be. And today we're taking a look at, let me get it, this beautiful gift box set of L'Aventure by Haramain from the, I believe, the United Arab Emirates. Comes with this aftershave balm, shower gel, and it is an eau de parfum. So as you know, I am not a huge fan of the House of Armaf. So far I've tried 3 or 4, and to me, with the exception of Club de Nuit, Intense Man, just can't get into them, man. They just don't. They're not that distinctive, and I think that in general they smell very synthetic and fairly cheap, close to drugstore level cologne. But that's just my opinion. You may have a very different nose or experience of it, and I'm not saying you're wrong. That's just my opinion. But so far I have enjoyed. Oh, for example, before I get there, for example, if someone told me, Steve, you can wear Tres Nuit for a month, and that's all you can wear, or you can wear Mystique by Haramain, I would take Mystique 999 times to 1,000 over Tres Nuit. So that's just my personal opinion. I just think they smell better. I think that's Mystique is a fantastic scent. I mean, if that doesn't get you compliments, pretty much nothing will. But let's get into this one, L'Aventure. Get this open. Okay, this is a lovely, lovely set, and I got this for fairly cheap. So this comes with a towel. Sports towel. This comes with the shower gel and aftershave balm. Wow, I did not expect that. Aftershave balm, and then here's the actual cologne or eau de parfum. Get it out. This is obviously the smaller bottle. This is not the real big blocky one. So often seen online. Something came out right now. I don't know what that was. Some kind of cream. I hope one of the aftershave bottles was not punctured or something. There's some mess and what looks like fingerprints on the bottle. That is kind of tacky. There's some juice coming out somewhere. What in the world? Ugh. Yeah, I don't know about the presentation is lacking there. Yeah. I've had a man. I'm pumping it. Yeah, one of this. This shower gel, man. It's got stuff just pouring out of it, and do y'all notice that? Can the camera see right there? You can see the glaze of the shower gel just oozing out. My God, that is not a great sign. Come on, guys. You need to package your stuff better than that, dude. I'm sitting here trying to throw you props. As tacky as you know what. I'm trying not to curse on this channel. Anyways, I'm not here to review this other stuff. I'm here to review the cologne, the perfume, the parfum. Okay, this is obviously off to a little bit of a rocky start, but this eau de parfum is obviously compared to Creed's Aventus. Now, I personally have never smelled Aventus. I'm not going to lie and make up poppycock stories that, oh my God, this smells identical to Aventus. Guys, you know me by now. I highly doubt that this smells identical to a $400 cologne, give or take 20 to 40 bucks. Not going to happen. It may be similar. It may be very, very close to a degree. But again, $30 bottle, $360 bottle. No, that's It doesn't work that way. That doesn't mean this can't be very, very good. I have high hopes that it will be. Uh, Bottle is, if I may be so bold as to say, quite tacky. I'm just going to be blunt. This is a rubberized cap of just plain black, which looks like it will hold the lint all day long. And the high mirror polish that I would have thought went out in the 1980s or 90s at the latest is back with a vengeance. And of course, nothing shows prints. You can see it right here in the. My God, is that shiny? You can see it right there in the camera. There are already prints from the shower gel, prints from my fingers, all over that finish. If I were them, I would really, really run away from using that type of finish for bottle. That's just my 2 cents. I'll have in mind you don't listen to an American. Let's get into the scents. What are the listed notes before I go any further? They are elemi, lemon and bergamot, jasmine, lily of the valley, woody notes, patchouli, amber, and musk. And it doesn't list any accords, so there may be some in there, I don't know. Let's see what it smells like. Keep this short and sweet tonight. One more for good measure. And one last blast on the wrist. Come back to camera mode. Okay. Where are we? Very citrusy. Almost smells like there's a little bit of lime mixed with mandarin or something in there. Well, still not getting a whole lot more than citrus. Maybe just the faintest hint of musk. There's a little woodsy floral thing going on in there. There's a certain velvety creaminess to the scent, although it's, again, very bright and quite sharp with the citrus. It smells very fresh. It smells ever so slightly synthetic in terms of the alcohol and the sharpness. There is a hint of pledge, similar to the Club de Nuit Intense by Armaf. So this scent is not as smooth and as round as Mystique, in my opinion. But I suppose in a weird way it smells a little more masculine and a little bit more like a club scent, sort of. There's just a vaguest hint of patchouli, guys. It's just, I'd say it's like 8% at the most. Maybe that'll come out more in the dry down. I don't know. So far, guys, this is not anywhere near a signature scent. I've smelled perfumes from all over the world. I've smelled price ranges from $15 bottles of cologne and eau de toilette, all the way up to stuff that costs hundreds of dollars, literally hundreds and hundreds. And you really can't fake great ingredients. They try and they try and they try. And I would like to give a little props out to designer fragrances. Because lately, guys, a lot of you out there in the frag community are throwing lots of shade at designers and making designers sort of feel like some kind of cop-out or cheap play or not as good as niche or niche. I think that's wrong on so many levels, guys. Designers actually usually spend a lot more money developing the fragrances, and they spend a lot more time honing them in because they know that once it goes to production, they expect it to be there as long as possible, years hopefully. And a lot of niche fragrance, they're producing in such small batches, and they don't cost. I mean, they cost, but the R&D, they don't have usually millions of dollars to throw at a fragrance. But in turn, I feel like often there's less commercial oversight over the fragrances that are developed by smaller niche fragrance developers, so that you don't always necessarily end up getting something that's really fabulous. You may only get something that, while it has great ingredients, doesn't necessarily do a whole lot for you as a buyer, as a wearer of fine perfume or colognes. Um, they tend not to be as complex as most designer fragrances. They tend to be like, if you look at any of the citrus freshies, even from the great houses in France, um, they tend to be quite linear and very almost single note, or like one accord type waters, if you will. And I'm not saying that's bad, but that didn't necessarily take a lot of creativity. It didn't necessarily take a lot of creativity. Um, I think fragrances like those, they're, you have to reblast like after 2 to 3 hours, and they're only good in the spring or fall traditionally. Now, obviously, there are a lot of niche fragrances out there. There are powerhouses, and musky oud and amber gold, ambergris, and petitgrain, and vetiver, intense, and things like that. So there are a lot of great niche fragrances for sure. That's not my point in saying any of this. In a very long-winded, roundabout way, I'm simply saying that cheapies like these guys here, uh, they may be serviceable, they may be wearable, that you may even get compliments, but to me, to my nose, these are never really going to hold water against $150 fragrance. They're just not. Nor for that matter, even against an $85 bottle. So, for what it's worth, if you're young, absolutely knock yourself out, buy one of these cheapies and rock on. But if you're making good money, or you're past the age of 26, 27, 28, especially 30, come on, man. Buy yourself a $100 bottle, 120, maybe even 150. If you're making really good money, go ahead and buy something that costs over north of 200, and you will thank me later. Your friends will thank you. Your coworkers will thank you. Your concerned other will thank you. You cannot totally synthesize and get away with it. Fake, low, cheap chemical solutions that you expect to smell exactly like great, naturally sourced, and organic, if you can, ingredients for high dollar perfumes. It's just, if it were that easy, they would all do it, and that's why they don't. So, not trying to throw shade to these wonderful houses who are definitely providing a very valuable service, and they are making interesting and good. And like I said, I think Mystique is phenomenal. I personally like it much, much better than this guy. I think Mystique, fantastic. This guy, honestly, I give it maybe, and I don't normally give numbers to my fragrance reviews, but I would not give this over a 5.5 tops, for how I'm feeling right now. It's okay. It's nothing really special. Definitely not a signature scent, and definitely does not compete with either niche nor high-end designer frags of nearly any name, with some few exceptions, obviously. That's just my 2 cents. You may feel entirely different. You are entitled to your opinion and your nose, and I'm entitled to mine. Thanks for watching. I'm not trying to offend anyone. But again, for my 2 cents, I'd rather you go out and spend, go to Fragrance X, go to Fragrance Net, go to Notino, go to eBay, go to Amazon, and I'd rather recommend you buy a perfume that used to cost 110 or 120, but that you can now get for anywhere between 45 and 75 a bottle, and you'll have something that's truly, truly phenomenal. That's the best advice I can give you. Until next time, you know what I like to say: spray often, Spray well, make sure it smells good, and live life on your terms, not on someone else's. Thanks so much, guys. Peace.